Everybody wants to be a cat, 'cause a cat's the only cat. Alright, we sound good. Why the blue collar man is kind of screwed. This should be fun.
All right, dudes.
Let's blow him up.
I think this is gonna be one of those videos that pisses a lot of people off. It's kind of a boomery kind of rant kind of thing here.
Yeah.
But you know, as my company's been growing, I need to start hiring a sales team, and I've been looking into like how this sales shit works. And a really really successful guy I knew at one point in time told me, if you want to make a lot of money, get into sales. And
He goes, and I didn't listen to him. I'm just kidding. He owns his own business. Let's hear him out.
like I more or less knew what he was talking about. I was like, yeah, if you're a badass car salesman selling 100 fucking car, like we always think of car salesmen when we think of sales, okay? And that's a small percentage. Like if a guy's going to college, right, and he's about to get out of college and he's looking for a sales job, he ain't going to fucking Toyota. You know what I mean? And the reason I'm saying this is because I see.
Give me 30 seconds. I'll make you 20% more on
Okay,
your e-commerce,
dude.
TikTok, and Facebook ads. Actually, only
No,
take
you
10
won't.
seconds.
Like how much money I can make as a business owner, and like as a trades guy, I've always felt like, okay, if you want to make a lot of money, you got to do it the way I've done it. That's how like it makes sense in my head, right? But now that I'm kind of entering this white collar world and having to hire those guys and seeing the way they make money, it's kind of fucking bullshit, man. Like,
The quality's terrible. We're gonna have to go side by side with this dude. He's like, I'm blown away, dude. 1080p. I'm just kidding. It's kind of fucked up. Most of my friends are blue collar.
I've looked into a lot of positions, okay? But like here's one, like this is one that like is an anecdote that not from my personal experience but somebody else, but a forklift salesman, not even like the parts sales guy, like the guy that sells repair parts for forklifts, okay? He's making like 500 grand a year, like one of my buddy's friends.
What?
I got another buddy who's got a buddy.
500 grand a year as a forklift salesman? No way. We gotta look this up. How much does a fork? Who's looking this up? Salesman make a year? No way. Okay, right here. In the United States, a forklift salesman salary can range from $34,000 to $93,000 per year. That's like the average salary is $37,000. Okay, over $500,000. That's a year. No, no, no. That's a good one. I was like, I'm in the wrong line of work here. Um, so I just had to double check real fast. Okay. Oh, wrong video. Anyways, but I could see though, like top daddy making that for sure.
Buddy that sells parts for I think trailers, he said. And that guy's making all types of fucking money just selling parts for trailers, right? Business to business sales. That's really like, or selling, like, that's where the fucking money's at. And it's unreal. And what kind of pisses me off, okay? What pisses me off is you could have taken me at age 24 and said, hey, you're going to work at, this vending machine company selling vending machines and vending machine repair parts throughout the country. And I'm no different than these other guys in these sales positions, right? Over time, I would have developed a network and got a group of people that like buying from me and been able to, get this customer base that I could depend on over the years. But what I never realized is how much fucking money these guys can make. And I'm not trying to say it's unfair, but it's fucking unfair, dude. Like, like in order for me to make a shitload of money, I had to produce so much for so long, right? and and I was like this fixed cost, right? But once you get into like customer acquisition, it's like this. There's no. It's like you can get a fixed cost on. Hey, we'll give you 10% of whatever you generate, right? Well, that guy that's got less skill, less talent, less knowledge than all the other people like actually doing the industry has like infinite earning potential. And like everybody should have infinite earning potential. But that's not there for the blue collar guy. Like it's not there for the blue collar guy to go and like get these accounts that will like where he can just come in on Monday and make a couple calls and make 120 grand a year off that one customer and just stack up a few of those and he's barely fucking working and he's making just bank, you right?
Yeah, I actually don't think that's how it works. Hold on, let's look this up real quick. Like, for instance, what I'm doing here, you know, you hear all this shit. Like influencers, money, women. Yeah, right. For a small percentage of us, right? Like, I'm in a literal 1% category when it comes to this online, sitting here talking to a camera, talking to you while you listen to me, probably on a phone, right? I'm in it's a small bracket. It's not, it's like, I think on YouTube, less than 4% of all people making videos like this on YouTube make $1,000 a month. So I'm in that 1% category. And then the rich ones, that's like a point, that's a fraction. Okay? It's way too early for me to be just busting out fractions. All right? No. But let me see real quick. How much does an average tradesman make a year? I'm going to say probably 40 grand, something like that. Like your average dude, right? Because I did blue collar work when I was younger. I sucked at it. I was terrible, right? My dad owned a blue collar kind of business, tile, carpeting, mold restoration, demolitions. So, but he only made a lot of money because he owned the business. I used to call him Middleman Johnny because he had like his AC guy, his plumbing guy. He'd just be booking jobs, right? He was the middleman. Priceline negotiator. This chair's pissing me off. It's time for a new one. Okay. So $37,000 a year, that's pretty shit. Like the only way you're going to make real good money in that is overtime, 80 hours a week. Or you got to own the shit. You got to be selling it and fixing it. Or you got to be hiring the cats. But real fast, how much does your car salesman make? That's what I want to know. Average car sales. I can't spell for shit. That's why I'm doing this. Can't fix anything, can't spell anything. I'll just talk about stuff on YouTube. This AI goes about $38,000 a year. Yeah, I mean, that's your average. But you hear about these car salesmen making all this buco bread. And, you know, I think that's every industry. I really just do. Like, even when I keep going to this guy. I just like him. I think that's every industry, though. Like, for instance, let's break it down real small. When I worked in the restaurant business, even bartending, just pouring up drinks, rum and cokes. You know what I mean? What do you want, lady? That's how you would feel by the end of the night. Even that, like there was like a little hierarchy. Like at certain restaurants, the servers might be making 30 to 50 grand a year. But then if you're a bartender, you're making 50, 60, 70 grand a year. But if you're the top bartender, the one that they like the most, you are making the most out of everybody. Although everyone's doing the same job. You know, I bartended at places where I'm making more than the managers. This is kind of where this guy is going. He's going where it's like these dudes are making more than the people who are actually doing it. You know, like we're making more than the cooks. That's kind of where this guy is going. And it would piss me off too. That's why I'm not in the trades. And I just suck at it, dude. If I built you a structure, forget it. It's going to be lopsided. You're going to want your money back. All right, I know the quality's shitty, but let's blow him up.
And I don't know how that's fair, right? Like, because I don't want to build up my guys that I have out here in the field grinding their fucking ass off.
Hi, my name is Tami, and I would like to give you a few reasons why you should consider.
You know, like learning this trade, working on the weekends, doing all the hard shit. Like, never be able to fucking pass up a fucking sales guy that just got out of college that can fucking sit here in the office for a couple years, you know, call the right people, and just because of a, you know, commission structure, out earn the fucking guys that have bled for this shit. That he's gonna sell and they're gonna bleed to make the money, you know? And it just fucking bothers me. And like, I want to find a way around that, right? And it's and like I own the business. I crunch the numbers, right? Everything you can't have variables, right? This is the part that's fucked up. It's so fucked up. Is you can't have variables, right? So my guys have to be at a fixed cost. I've even talked about this in the past. You have some superstar employees that you could afford to pay $100 an hour and they'd still make you a profit. But the reason you can't is because you have to adjust for the mean, right? Like, just because this guy's dominating doesn't mean that everybody else is. And like, if you get him that high, you're gonna fuck up your payroll where you're not gonna be able to pay the fucking average dudes, which is what everybody for the most part is. So like, it all adjusts to the mean. But you can't really have variables, so you have to know what shit costs, right? So I can say, hey, it's gonna cost this much per hour. I can figure a job, it's gonna cost this many man hours, you know, and so I can price it. It's all finite. The plumber, the technician, it's finite. And the same thing goes for customer acquisition or like sales. So you can figure, hey, we sell this product for this much money. We can say, to incentivize a sales guy to push more of this product, give him 2%, which if he only goes and sells a small number, he don't make a lot of money. But if he sells an ungodly number, or over time builds up that network to have that customer base, he can make way more than the fucking plumber or the electrician or the HVAC guy or the welder or whoever. Like, way the fuck more, guys. Like,
Here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. Right. You know how he said it's fucked up? He wish he could pay these guys just to show up, do their job. Everybody would like that. Just show up 40, 50, 60 hours a week, clock in, clock out, make buku dollars. Unfortunately, those days are kind of gone. Not for everybody, but for me they are. And for a lot of these tradesmen, it seems to be the case. So, for instance, his rock star employee, you know, Drill Bit Taylor Jr., the only way he's going to make that money is if he ends up like him. You know what I mean? Like, I don't mean to make this. Hold on. I don't mean to make this about social media influencers. It's just what I'm doing. But I just want to paint you a picture. All right? For the plumber, the electrician, all those guys, you basically have to book your own jobs. That's literally all it is. But you know what comes with that? Headaches. A lot more work. Ending up like this guy, smoking inside, which I've done. Look at me. Oh, I've smoked, Big Daddy. Oh, yeah. Okay? I've been stressed out. I get it. He's smoking inside, racking his brain on how to pay his employees more. Think about that for one moment. He is doing what it unfortunately takes to make great money in basically any field. So what I'm doing here, you know, whether you like it or not, the point is I don't get to just show up and like read my lines and have a cameraman and a lighting guy and a dude doing makeup. Lord knows I need it, right? I have to be the actor, the producer, the cameraman, the lighting guy, the sound guy, the fucking research dude, the editor. I'm all of it. And that's the only way I make good money. And then there's a high probability. When I did all of this in the beginning, I got paid $0. I was making nothing. That's where we're at. But I do agree. I think it's I think things will turn around once there's like, you know, kind of the death of the tradesman, if you will. The less there are of them, I feel like then, once they're such a specialized group, then they will make significant returns. But still, you kind of have to, everyone has to be their own boss.
Way the fuck more. Like, there's like these dudes at Plumbing Supplies or like the guys at Carrier or Train or fucking Daikin, you know, even the dudes at like Air Gas, like the welding supply shop guys, they're making way more than you fucking realize. Like, way fucking more. And I don't know what I'm trying to say we need to do. But like it's like I get that like it's a finite cost, even though their earning potential is infinite. I just don't know how to turn my blue collar guy that's actually putting the work in. Like he can't, like that sales guy can have 100 customers at one time, right? But my plumber can only be on one job at a time.
Yeah.
Even though I'd argue, not argue, I'd tell you declaratively that it's harder to be the plumber. It's harder to be the HVAC guy. It's harder to be the
1,000%. Have you even tried any blue collar work? I did it for 4 years with carpeting, tile, drywall, just working on hi ho, off to work I go. Dude, it was terrible. And that was a part-time gig. And I just sucked at it. But really, what I saw was the only way you're going to make good money is unfortunately be the salesman and the tradesman at the same time. Or apparently just be the salesman. But as we looked at the numbers, I don't think it's that easy. I don't think any of it's that easy. Top 1%.
welder. It takes both more physical strength, more knowledge, more patience, more
For sure.
grit, more fucking bigger dick. It takes more everything, right? But you're
It's actually a fun fact. There's actually nobody in the history of tradesmen that has a average or below average penis. Just in case you didn't know.
you're confined to that one job. And so, like, it's like, how in the world can I fucking balance this out? Because do I tell the sales guy, okay, your commission, it cuts off at a certain point, and then after that, we're going to give the profits we would give to you to the fucking guys in the field, which sounds great, but the fucking sales guys get like, fuck you. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
And I can say, like, that's bullshit, but I know that I probably would do the same thing if I'm the sales guy. So how do I fucking solve this problem? And this is what happens when your economy shifts from, like, you know, production based, manufacturing based to fucking service based. So much of our economy is based off fuckers click clacking on fucking computers, right? And then whenever you can just type in like, oh, 2% to this guy, 2% to that guy, and it's just one fucker fucking carrying the fucking weight, it gets kind of fucked up, right? Because like I'm making money, but I don't want to fucking get rich off my guys' backs, and like I think the way I'm doing it here is fair. But the thought of having a fucking sales guy come in and out earn fucking Randall or Chad or Dustin just because they fucking shook the right hands, it just fucking bothers me, dude. I don't know.
He goes, I don't want to get rich off other guys' backs. Well, welcome to the oldest trick in the book, dude. I'm doing that. I'm going to make money off of this guy complaining about not being able to pay his guys enough money, or why blue collar is, it's what it is now. It's let him finish.
No. And I have no solutions. And I may be part of the fucking problem down the road. So I don't know. It's just an observation, a fucked up observation. Let me know what y'all think.
Shout out to this dude, Brass House. I'll leave his information below. Let's see what some of these comments say. This dude goes, man, it's all a scam. I was a tradesman for 12 years, 4 years apprenticeship, 8 years journeyman, machinist, millwright.
So you want to become a software engineer? Well, if you don't know how to start, I'm
shit. Sorry for my language. Okay, so he was a machinist. Now he works at a desk within the same organization and work maybe 2 hours a day and make 4 times the money. I want to know where you're working 2 hours a day. I really do. I mean, even like what I'm doing here, it's basically every day. It's produce. That's what he said in the beginning. That's where we're at. How much can you do? You know what I mean? It's like you're kind of brainwashed. I don't want to work 80 hours a week. My best friend in the world's a machinist. He's putting in a minimum 70 hours a week. That's the only way he could meet that 6 figures, that $100,000 a year. Not big 6 figures. I'm talking $2,000 a week. He dips beneath 70 hours. Forget it. Overtime's gone. You're fucked. Tell the wife she's got to pick up extra shifts. And I don't. It's a pretty crazy job. He wears boots. Get what I mean? He's wearing boots to work. He carries a knife. I carry a knife. But my point is, he has a gun on him. He really does. Okay. It's not how okay. it's not the people who went digging during the gold rush who got rich. It was the guy selling the shovels. Yeah, it's the oldest thing in the book. This guy did reverse. He goes, I left sales for trades. Dirty hands, clean money. It's cliche, but it's true. I felt like I was being forced to adopt the soul of greed. I was raised right and rejected it. Yeah, but you still have to make enough money to support yourself. I get what he's saying, I guess. Like, you're not ripping somebody off. Like, right now, I'm not ripping you off, right? I'm not sitting here. You're either watching this because you're entertained, or you're a tradesman, or you're just curious like I am. Maybe you're on the other side of the fence. You're like me, I guess, white collar, I guess, odd job guy. And you're just going, yeah, man, like, plumbers should make more. Okay, this guy goes, it's almost as if there is something seriously unethical and wrong with the base of our economic system. Yeah, it is. Usually the people who work smarter, not harder. Yeah. All right. My plan is to steal the government's weather-making machine. I'm not even going to read the rest of that. Well, let's see. There's got to be some more. We need more bosses like you. Respect. If I were a plumber, I'd work with you. Yeah, that's like one of the things where it's kind of, you want to hire people who you think will kind of do better than you and then eventually leave you and start their own thing. Most of them never do because it's extremely hard. Sales is either the easiest high-paying job or the hardest low-paying job you've ever had. Yeah, I'm going to end with that. I think everybody can agree. I'll leave this dude's information below. But, yeah, that's a big reason I didn't even bother. I didn't even stick with the trades. It made no sense to me. One, I wasn't good at it. Now, if you're good at it, there's a way to make big money. I mean, come on. I mean, dude, my plumber came over recently. It was $2,000. He was here for 3 hours. No, he's here for like 7 hours. But $2,000 for 7 hours? Come on. Pretty good money. But I guarantee you, he's getting, 30, 35 an hour at his regular job. But to make that big money, he has to deal with the headaches of me calling him on a Sunday and him being like, oh, I guess I'm working today. I don't know the answer. Anyways, I'll leave that dude's information. Solid talk, but yeah, crazy stuff.